Hello, everybody. Christy Kelly, your occupational therapist, back. Just wanted to check in with you and see how everything was going. Got your activities for this week. Don't need too many supplies. You'll need just a regular piece of paper. Computer paper is fine. You will need um, green paper. Hopefully you have it. If not, you can color some ends. And then just cut in little strips. Maybe, I don't know, 6 strips of green paper would probably be enough. It just kind of depends. And then a paper plate. If you don't have a paper plate, you can use another piece of paper. What I would suggest, though, we're going to cut it. So a lot of times this is kind of hard for them to cut because it's so flimsy. So if you have maybe a manila folder, something a little bit thicker than just a regular piece of paper. If you don't have that, that's fine. Maybe glue 2 pieces of regular computer paper together. That makes it a little thicker, and then the glue actually also helps stiffen it up a little too. So anything like that will work fine. Again, I just like it thicker because we're going to cut it today. And then you just need some glue, scissors, and some cotton balls. Not too many, but just some cotton balls would be great. So today, you can always start off with the clothespins clipping to their name. I always like that activity. It works on so many different things, let alone, their little fine motor pinches, but it also works on, sequencing their name and getting that down as well. So we always try to incorporate their name in here, and writing their name or tracing their name on the papers as well is always good. So after they do that, another thing they can always do too that I love is that balloon tap that we did last week. So having a balloon and, walking around the room or even just staying still and tapping it, or playing kind of a volleyball game with a balloon with a partner or a couple people. And also, you can also do it kind of around the room, kind of tapping it to the person. More than just back and forth. So, catching it, tossing and catching, because it gives them a lot more time to anticipate and plan that catching the balloon. Sometimes when it's hard for them to catch a ball and they have to trap it against their chest, it's just easier for them to catch a balloon, and they can do it out away from their body. So catching a balloon is also a great activity. So the first activity we're going to do is with the piece of paper, and I'll need you to just draw a simple tree on the center of the paper for them. If that's beyond your skill, believe me, I get it. If that's beyond your skill, you can always just print out a picture of a tree. It doesn't have to be beautiful, but just print out or draw a picture of the tree. Then with the green strips, now if they're able to, they can cut those strips for themselves. But if that's a little too hard to get thin strips like this for them to cut, then you go ahead and cut them. And then we're going to do the ripping like we've done in the past. So just rip the small pieces of the green paper. They'll need several. So rip several of the strips. They can always rip some later if they run out, because then what we're going to do is glue them onto the tree. So we want to cover the tree in the green pieces that they rip off. Another thing that they could use, if you want, is the tissue paper. Remember how we ripped the tissue paper and then kind of balled it up? That's all great fine motor work too. So either the regular piece of paper, or if you have the tissue paper, they're welcome to do it with that too. So and then ball it up and glue those on all over the tree. So that's how they're going to start that off. And then we're going to make it a winter tree. So we're going to take the cotton balls and we're just going to pull little pieces off. All right. And keep those. So those are going to turn into our snow. So then just glue the little balls of paper cotton balls onto the tree to make it their winter tree with snow on it. Hopefully we'll have some of that soon. And then what I'd like you to do is either at the top or the bottom, have them write their name. I always like them to write their name on their paper. So do that. If they have to trace it, that's fine. But you know, work towards them copying and then writing it on their own. So always want them to write their name on their paper. So that is our winter treat activity to start with. And then the plate or folder or whatever you're using. If you could draw a simple snowman on the center. If you want to glue a picture instead, that's fine. Whatever works for you. Have a picture in the center and then draw some lines. Straight lines are fine. If you want to do some curved lines, I like that as well. And then those are the target lines for them to cut on. So a plate is just something really nice and sturdy and heavy that they can hold. It's easier for them to control. And then we're just going to make the cuts up. They don't have to be too long because the paper plate actually is a little bit challenging for them to cut onto. It really helps with those strengthening of the muscles and getting that the scissors up into their center picture. So just cutting up, across. Again, these are great pre-writing lines for them to see. We've got diagonals and horizontals, some curvature ones at the top or wherever you want to put them. And so that is our cutting activity today, is cutting the plate. And then they'll just kind of have the, flaps here. So those are our activities this week. I hope everything is going well and everybody's staying safe and healthy. And I will see you again next week. Bye, everybody.